Hey everyone, I just wanted to introduce you to my Numite skull. He just came out of seclusion, you might say. As part of my big cycle of change, I literally pulled my healing room apart at the end of last week and clean and cleansed everything. Went through notes, books, pulled furniture out from the wall, cleaned behind it. It was just something I was compelled to do. So therefore, the crystals that were on display were disturbed, and I thought, well, this is a perfect time to give them a beautiful cleanse in clean water in preparation for the big cleanse under the full moon. But I had a number of skulls that are tucked away in a makeup case, like a professional makeup case that I purchased, because I thought that would be a safe place for them if they did wish to spend some time in seclusion. And I think skulls do. That's the sense I get. And then they call for you. They call out to say, hey, it's about time we reconnected. And this is certainly one of them that really stood out to me. So I ended up moving a whole bunch of crystals from my healing room into my kitchen lounge area, which was interesting also. I'm just following my intuition at the time. And we'll see where that takes us. But in the meantime, it reminded me of the whole story behind Numite. Now, we're in the sun here so you can see, but at the same time, I'm not sure whether the bright sun is actually going against my plan, which is to show you the beautiful colors. I'll see whether if I move him, here we go. That's a little better. So I'll just tell you quickly a little bit about Numite. They call it the Sorcerer's Stone or the Magician's Stone. And again, if this is in and out of focus, I do apologize. There's only so much I can do with this cell phone. Anyhow, it's a very earthy energy, this one. So great for grounding. They say it has metaphysical qualities, and due to that grounding energy, it's a wonderful protection stone also. And I mean, it is a cousin of lava, and you can see my lava sphere here. So naturally they are both, like obsidian is great for grounding and protection, and obsidian is a type of lava. It's just that it was cooled very, very quickly. And lava rolls down the mountainside like treacle and cools very slowly. So when we get back to Numite, I read about it, and as soon as I saw an image, I felt very, very connected to this stone. And I think when I read a stone has a powerful vibration, like, say, moldavite, well, I am very interested. And I'm some people say, oh, it's too much, I can't wear it, I can't hold it. Well, then I'm even more enthused, because I really like that. And I like it when I'm confronted by their energy. So they say, all in all, that this can aid like spiritual growth and clarity of thought, life direction. It's good for your auric field. And I think you can use it to, if you work with it and meditate with it, you can use it to increase any gifts of like clairvoyancy or just your gifts of frequency. Manifestation, moving forward, even shamanic journeying. So again, all of these subjects appeal to me greatly. The other part I like about this stone is they say that it brings to light parts of self that you're a little reluctant to face. And so you'd say in a nutshell, this is a great stone to work with for shadow work. All of the above. I love, love, love. So, where can I get him where you can see him well? So obviously I went to source a piece of Numite, but I wanted to hold it in my hand. I didn't want to buy it online. And so I went to a wonderful shop that I used to work in Sydney, and they do source their own crystals. Like, they don't just buy, they go to quite a bit of trouble to source from people that they know and trust. And it's interesting because they have 3 different stores, and I went into one and I was so excited to see Numite. But when I picked it up, nothing really kind of blew my mind. I just didn't feel connected. It was beautiful, but I didn't feel connected to it. And one of the gals said, why don't you go to the other store and just pick one up there and see how that affects you? And as soon as I picked up this little guy, well, that was it. I knew he was for me, and I could actually feel the energy run down my fingers into my arm. And to this day, I still do feel that energy. It is powerful. They say that this stone formed around 3 billion years ago, and it comes out of Greenland. So authentic Numite comes out of, I think it's one mine in Greenland, because it comes from a place called, I don't know how to pronounce it, but we might say Nuuk, which is N-U-U-K. And so that is the real deal. And I think it's almost drying up. If not, it has dried up, this particular vein, as they call it. And so the price of Numite authentic has gone up quite a lot. But then I read that there are I read two conflicting stories. One said there is a stone that has similar minerals, and it comes out of parts of Canada, the USA, Africa, and Spain. And then in another article I read, yes, there's Numite that was also discovered in Canada, USA, and Spain, like just small parts of. So one's alluding to the fact that, or should I say, suggests that it is real Numite, even if it does come out of the USA, but others say no, it's similar, it's not Numite. If it comes out of Greenland, it is. If it comes from another mine, it is not. So I guess that's just something you'd have to look into further if you want to purchase. But I would be going for the real deal out of Greenland if I could. You can see here, it's kind of like wow, the light's just either one extreme or the other at the moment, isn't it? It's like a dark grey to black, and it's not speckled, but there are different shades of black and grey, which mine is. And then you can see that there are little shards, if you like, of gold. And that is, there we go, you can see just up there. That is definitely an authentic, if you want to call it, trait of Numite. Now, those little shards or specks are found in gold, which is the most common, but also silver, blue, purple, orange, yellow, and even red. I think they say red is very rare, but gold is the most common. I don't know exactly what the mineral is, but I love the look of it. It kind of looks like copper when you have it in your hand. I'm not sure how it's coming across here, but what a shame. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Why didn't I think about that earlier? So there you go. That's a little bit better. You can just see. Now he's a little shiny. Guy is polished quite smoothly, and I thought that was glorious until I began to read up on Numite further after I purchased him. And one thing I did read was, if you find that your Numite is very shiny, it might be fake. Oh, what a letdown. Now, if you consider that Numite is, let's call him a cousin of lava, and lava is quite porous. I mean, have a look at this. You can see it looks like a planet, doesn't it, in itself? My little guy does have a few, but it's very hard to pick up on camera. There you go. But when I looked at a few images online, I began to wonder whether mine was actually authentic or not. But I will say I can't see myself parting with this crystal skull, because the energies are so powerful. So do I have, a skull, do I have a stone, if you like, that comes out of Canada or Spain or Africa? I don't know. I really don't know. I bought this as genuine Numite, but I don't think it is. However, the potency of the energy that comes out of this stone that sends such a buzz into my hand, maybe he's just meant for me anyway. Because the moment I picked him up, I just felt, wow, this is the one for me. Now that's better now that the sun's gone behind a cloud. So I just wanted to point this out to you because it really is a magical stone. And if you are in the marketplace for one, if you are researching, just be very, very aware. And it would be certainly in your best interest if you could go and see a reputable, crystal dealer and ask them a few questions about it. And if they have some, that's wonderful that you could even pick it up and hold it in your hand. But what a strange irony that mine feels so powerful and so potent and so grounding that maybe I have some of the Spain or Canada or USA, I don't know. But I will say that, sorry, I just had to pause for a sec. I will say that there is some fake Numite coming out of Asia, and I presume, well, I shouldn't presume. It's either mined in China somewhere or nearby, and or it's coming out of Africa, and I think that's definitely one of the, lower quality stones. It's coming from there and then sold out of China. Either way, just be very, very careful. Have a look at the dealer. Here is an image online of a crystal skull, Numite, and you can see that the gold pieces, or shards as I like to call them, really are quite long in length. It's just different to mine. But again, I mean, I can't say that, different parts of the mine. I mean, they've been mining there for years and years. So, is it all the same? I don't know. But it does look different. And you'll see also just how, I don't know if you could call this officially porous, but you do see that there's lots and lots of little divots in here. And I think that is definitely a trait of genuine Numite. It's almost like you could say, oh, it's not quite as pretty because mine's all shiny. But see the shape of a lot of the pieces of gold are more like little kind of self-contained boxes in mine. And I've noticed that a lot of these pieces are longer or quite jagged at the ends. I mean, that's very solid, but I've seen other images where they do seem to be quite jagged. So I would bet my money on the fact that mine does not come out of Greenland. However, I still love it and it's still very powerful, and perhaps you might find that, well, also have a look at the price. If it's very reasonably priced, well, you know that it's not Numite out of Greenland. But again, if you're very attracted to it, I think that's also very, very important. Go for it. And you could say the same for quartz. I mean, one of my most favorite pieces of quartz cost me $8, and I am in love with it to this very day. I'll show you now. So here's the professional makeup case that I purchased. This was like half price in my local department store, so I think I paid $30 for it. But it opens, you can get different styles, but it opens up like this. And I actually like, I just find it's nice and kind of soft and protective, and you could just put like a little piece of material between each crystal if you're going to carry it around. You can take these out. So if you needed to put one large delicate piece in there, you can. And then, of course, you lift these out. And underneath you have, quite a decent amount of space. So this is where, not all of them, but there are certain crystals, especially the skulls, that I just sense they want to hibernate and be alone, and I just allow them to charge up on their own. So I'll show you the piece. This here, it just came out of the scrap bin, seriously, and I absolutely love this piece of clear quartz. It's just rough and real. So again, if it's Numite or not Numite, I love it. It buzzes and buzzes in my hand, and this baby here I could sit with forever. And I love the fact that it's just a piece that's kind of broken off, but it's not too delicate because it's just in its natural state. It's easy to travel with if you want to take a piece with you. It's just gorgeous. This here, while I'm here, I'll just show you this. This is the most beautiful piece of pyrite. Look at that. That's just natural. Incredible how it grows, isn't it? And then it often forms, a perfect cube. So there you have it. I'll just show you before I go my Moldavite. So here's a piece of Moldavite and Libyan desert glass that I purchased again from Dave's Down to Earth Rock Shop. Wow, I spent a fortune in there, but I trust them, and I think their stock is very, very authentic. So there's the Libyan desert glass. It's sand. Let's see if we can get that in focus. Bit difficult up close and personal. No, doesn't want to play. There we go. So I just threw, as you can see, a piece of wire around that so I could wear it. Quite a buzz coming out of this dear little piece. But I love the fact that I can just take the wire off and hold it in my hand, or, you know, put it in a pouch or whatever when I feel the need. And this is the Moldavite that I purchased from the same place. Moldavite as well, I'm showing you because this is genuine, and there are some incredible fakes out there now. Some places have been known to make Moldavite out of crushed Heineken beer bottles, would you believe? Some of the fake material I've seen online is hilarious. It's so bad, but others are very, very good. If you're in the marketplace for some Moldavite, there is a website. I haven't looked at it for years, but it was, even if you Google Moldavite fakes, there are probably a few websites now that would go into detail for you and explain how to look out for fake Moldavite. But isn't it beautiful? I mean, that's outer space, baby. That's come from a faraway land. And I read somewhere that they say Libyan desert glass and Moldavite are like kind of sister and brother. I'm not really sure why, but I'll have to read up on that again. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was quite important that if you're in the marketplace for these things, do keep an eye out for fake, because the marketplace is filled with them now. And you can even buy from Dave's Down to Earth Rock Shop online. But if you wanted to ask questions, I would trust them to answer you with integrity about any particular mineral and help you along your way. And if you find something online, at least you can buy it. I'm sure the freight in America is very reasonable. So there you have it. Yes, from Numite to Moldavite to makeup cases. It's all about crystals. It's all about crystal love. And I hope you gained something out of this. It's all about sharing, actually. That's where I'm at. So let me know how you're going with your crystals. And I look forward to catching up with you again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.